Amazing, haha, amazing. Ivy Gardens, where possibly the Harcourt Street line might have come through on the way down to Stephen's Green. Another gem, this park. Beautifully landscaped again. We have an exit here, I believe. Yeah. Second park of the day. So here we are. Two parks place, one park place. Busy enough road. So this is where the goods yard would have been in the Harcourt Street days, and Dunlop took it over. So it would have been a massive goods yard, and Dunlop Tyre Company took it over. So the whole place is being repurposed, redeveloped. Now the station building survives. But on the other side you have the ramp. So these are the arches. I've done a video down here before, but it's worth coming down here again to think the actual goods yard was on this side. And the single platform was up there. So between station opened in 1859, line 1854, Harcourt Road, then it was extended across the road, and then closed obviously New Year's Eve 1958. But in recent years this has all been repurposed, redeveloped. These arches, I think it was Gibney and Company had them. The right up to the end, CIE would have rented them out. That's lovely there. That'll take you down to the livestock beside the old station with historic columns. But shows the vastness of the once goods yard that was on the left here. As I said, it closed 1925, so everything was moved over to the north wall. But it's a strike in the 1930s, had to put in a date, and they reopened it for a month or two, I think it was, March, April. But there's a huge amount, I can't underestimate, can't emphasize enough the amount of infrastructure was removed from the station here right up to the Grand Canal, and that's where we're going to walk up now. Even now they're only redeveloping this area. Where the Lewis is here, there's two huge bridges over this road, 8 railway tracks. Harcourt Road here, Adelaide Road. These two huge bridges were removed, and then the embankment here was removed in the 1959. Those houses there date back to the Harcourt Street line. Now this is what we have down here over here. Again, I've visited this area before, but it's nice to have that continuity from Hat Street up to here. So this is the wall, the ramp that led up to the goods yard, and latterly the Dunlop Tyre factory. So there you go, that's the only thing that's left, that wall there. And I have these houses here. I said you With 2 huge bridges there, 8 tracks. Todd Andrews has a lot to answer for. He didn't discourage the removal of this infrastructure, he endorsed it, which meant the railway could never return to the way it was. We had to lose, thankfully. But how much was that? How much did that cost? To put the bridge in, replace the bridges down to Ranelagh. A lot of money. A lot of street art around. So the wall here was the only surviving sectional wall from the line. So above here was the goods shed. There's a goods shed. Sorry, there's goods road there, mixing up. The locomotive shed was here, and just around the corner was the signal box. Excuse, it's quite noisy here and I don't have a microphone. Here we go, I'll just stop here. So, 2 bridges, tracks, locomotive shed, and the 1938 signal box, the electric signal box was here. So the signal box was only in use for 20 years. St. Peter's Place. So OD, I'll put up a picture, but he took a photograph of this, and the last remnant of the wall was over there. Well, it's just an embankment that came right down to canal. Those houses were there back in 1958. So look at that. Look at that. Appreciate people who are watching these videos, because my love of the Harcourt Street line and the sadness when you realise a huge amount of infrastructure was ripped out of this area. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.